loose. Oops, I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling on that. There's a lot more gas in there than
That's just
thought.
disgusting.
Yeah, that is dirty.
Rusty.
Hey, welcome everyone. This is my first video on restoring my Duster. I had taken pictures of it and some video, but I wasn't thinking about doing YouTube videos. So now, but this is my 1974 Plymouth Duster. It's my first car I bought. Right here's my vinyl top, which I'm still trying to find to replace this. It's going to be tough, but I've been looking around. That's my engine. I had a 225 slant 6 in it, and I changed it to a 340 V8 there. So a lot of work needs done to this thing. Some of my interior's good, like the door. It's not bad. The seats, though, pretty bad. I gotta get a new seat covers for them and put on them. You can see they're tore. Now the back seat, that's in pretty good shape. I think I only have one claw hole in it from my dog. Now here my dome light kept falling off the regular case, so I ended up building my own kind of fancy one, I guess. 70s, you know. I put a wood steering wheel on it. I've got it's a cassette tape player in there. The dash is pretty much basic, the same. And there's my original fender off of it. It was a gold Duster, and that's the original stripe, and I want to put that all back on it. So there it is. Upcoming next is the boys and I changed the tires on it. Yesterday, June 14th, we pulled the Duster out from underneath the carport, and we've got it sitting here. Today we're going to start working on it. So, one of the first things he did was the original tires weren't holding air. These are the ones I put on during winter. This one's holding air, keeping air, but the front tires did not. So I pulled out the old Kragers and I grinded them off, and I painted them with the chrome paint or an aluminum looking paint like these. So I'm going to stick these on just so they have air and I can maneuver this thing around better. Okay. We're going to change these tires out. So Mitchell and Eric's never done it. We're going to let them do one. There we go, Eric's turn. Today's June 16th. We're going to put these rear Traegers on. That's what we're doing now. Let's do the other side. Yesterday, I was taking the bolts out of the headers, trying to get them off, and then some of the antifreeze came out of there and leaked on the ground. So you got to be careful about that because we have cats around here and we don't want them drinking it. Cleaner off. Ooh, that came off easy, didn't it now? The Excel coil was sitting here, bad place for it to sit. Taking the Excel coil. I have marked up all the spark plugs. 1, 3, and 5, 7. I pulled them. And now I'm going to pull the distributor cap off. Put them all in a box. Keep track of them, you know. Drain the antifreeze. This is July 21st. Just open up the little valve and let her drain. Get ready to take the carburetor intake manifold off. So I see it's part of the radiator. Gotta get that intake off. Change gaskets mostly today. Here's a gasket I'll need to replace. Well, it's loose, it's just got to come off. Line from the carburetor. She's tight on there. There it broke. There, rope free.
Yeah, that is one full bucket handy, please.
This goes to the distributor, to the carburetor from right underneath there. And this hose to the PFC or something. I can't remember what they used to call it. Let's see. Unhook the spring. Some more linkage there.
Man, Dad, I can tell that he wants
Too
that.
small.
You know, like, he smells it.
Could unhook it here. Remove the valve covers. I figure I had to get to the intake manifold. There we go.
here we go. She's a heavy dude. Man, how am I gonna get it out of there? It's 7/26/2008. We got the intake manifold off, and then we put it. I put it in a cat litter pan. I sprayed it with some gunk, Engine Clean, Engine Bright, and I just sprayed it off. Took it out. Now I'm going to try to sand all the grease and old paint off. This is the original color. That's that original orange. I had painted it blue, so I probably didn't do a very good job, I bet, since it's coming off so easy. As I was sanding, I thought, boy, there's a gap right here you can't get to at all. A hole right there. And then as I sanded, I peeled a piece of, like, gasket off. I thought, oh, this must come off. So I took my screwdriver, pried her up, and sure enough, she comes off. So there's another gasket, possibly vacuum could have been leaking through. I don't know if I put this on or if it's always been there, so that's a good thing. Alright. Alright, here we are, 8/13/2008. Painting the intake gold. Got the old valve covers out and put them on black. Alright, there we are. Chrome with gold. Or black with gold. Okay, here we are, August 14th. Now this green is not a gloss green, it's a flat green, high temperatures, but here it is. Okay, here we go. This time we're silver. And start filling this. These are the old exhaust manifolds. I sanded them down, wire brushed them down. Now we're painting them. I'm gonna put them on and get the headers taken off, just so we can get this thing a running. And we're going to take out the header, so we're removing the exhaust system to get those headers out. Okay. Number 2. Okay. Trying to get the rest of these bolts out so I can get those headers out of there. Some of them move, some of them won't. Today's 8/28/2008. If you remember at the beginning, I had 6 header bolts that were stuck, not coming off, so I'm going to heat them up. And try to get them off. So I'll see you in 10 minutes. We'll let it heat for 5, 7, 10 minutes. Alright, let's give it a shot. Ouch, things are hot. Oh yeah, see? That does work. Actually, that is my fourth bolt now. Here I am, August 30th, 2008, cutting out the headers. Got all the bolts off. I'm cutting the headers out. Well, it's 9/16/2008. I'm cleaning off the intake manifold and the engine. And cleaning off the sides here and on the intake. To get ready to put it back together. While in there cleaning, I found two little rubber. They're kind of plastic or hard plastic. Hard plastic. I don't know what they go to. Alright, I gotta go to work now. Alright, well, I just pulled out my new intake manifold gaskets, and guess what I find? Those little plastic pieces. So now I just gotta figure out where they go. Well, there I go. I got it bolted in. I didn't know this was like that, but both sides are that way. Intakes are on. The only thing with the carburetor, it needs that lifter to get it up so it doesn't hit here. Today's September 24th. September 19th and the 20th I worked on trying to put the intake manifold in, or the exhaust manifolds, but the motor mounts, I couldn't get the big bolts loosened up. Exhaust manifolds in. I thought taking the valve cover off would help me get this one in, but it still doesn't want to fit down between there. So I got to remove the booster and the master cylinder out of my way so I can get the exhaust in, and that's what I'm working on right now. There it is. I got it off, the master cylinder. Oh yeah, a lot of room now. Alright, I started around 1 or after 1, and it's a 10 till 3. I did get an intake in and sat it in place at the moment. Yeah, I just got done sanding the booster and master brake cylinder. Sand them down, sprayed them with gunk, engine Caprite, and then washed them off with water, letting them dry, and I'm going to be ready to paint them. Yeah, look at that. See, it's all painted. It's not bolted yet, and I got to get, but I don't need it to really start. Alright, here it is. November 29th, had a Halloween party in October, the 60-70 disco party, so all of October I pretty much did not work on the Duster hardly. So, but now that I've been back working on it, I ended up sending it away to get flanges. It took 4 weeks for these flanges to come on that bolt up to the exhaust manifold, and then from there I had to get a pipe. And the pipe had to be welded on because it didn't have a flange pipe, so I had to get a pipe welded on there. And then I worked and worked and worked to get them up there, to get them bolted on and everything. And then I needed a Sharp 90. A Sharp 90 had to come off the driver's side. And November 29th, and I just bolted up all the exhaust and the my old glass packs are bolted up. I'll show you that here. So this is the passenger side. So I've got it all bolted up. Alright, this is the driver's side. And if I can show you, that up there is the 90 or so that I've been having troubles with. It is because of that bar right there going across. You had to do a Sharp 90. So I got her done. And I got the exhaust on this one now. Hello, it's December 29th, 2008. I got my exhaust on, pipes on, the glass packs, the old glass packs are back on there. But I just did want to say over here, I wanted to, this one here, I don't think I touched on this. To get this Allen bolt in, I took this piece off and I stick it in there, and just enough would be sticking out. Guys, so you get my wrench on. So anyhow, just enough was sticking out that I could get the wrench on and be able to turn it and tighten it down. That's that bolt in there. So I got to remember that if I ever take these off again.
And I see we pulled the duster into the garage.
Yes, the duster's in the garage. There's a hoisting or a towing bar I hooked on to help push her in and out.
This is my tow system. I have chains that hook to the top of the bumper and the bottom. You just can't do sharp turns with it. Now I went and took my starter in and have it tested. It tested okay, but there was a loose piece on it, so I ended up getting a new starter, and we're going to hook it in. That's where I need you guys to help me.
Where does the starter go?
Down underneath here.
Okay.
So
Back it up, back it up.
there.
No, it's not in yet. This
I know it.
stupid thing won't
You
go
gotta
out.
turn it. You gotta have to turn it in the other way. I know it. Trying to get it
Maybe it
started.
is, maybe it is.
We get this one started, and the top one won't be as fast.
It's not going in.
All right.
The thing is not doing anything. It's just sitting there.
Alright, if you guys liked it, give me a thumbs up. I'm sorry it was a little long. I'm going to try to keep them shorter.